Hey there, welcome to my channel. I am so excited that winter sowing season is finally upon us. I tried winter sowing last year for the very first time and I fell in love. What is winter sowing, you may be saying? Well, today I want to show you what it is, how you start the process, and I want to tell you a little bit about it. So if you're new here, my name is Kim. I am in Zone 7B in Central North Carolina. When I found out there was a method of starting seeds in a container outdoors, that once you do the initial process of what we're going to do today, you truly leave it alone until spring, and you don't have to worry with the fuss of grow lights and heat and light. Come spring, you open the container and you have the most magnificent results ever. Last year, as I said, I did this for the very first time, and I posted a video on my YouTube channel 2 days ago showing you my winter sowing results when I opened the lid for the very first time and I saw the seedlings, and I showed you exactly what they looked like as they began to flower in my garden over the course of summer. I am so excited and inspired by seeing, again, as I was putting that video together, seeing the result worked so beautifully for me. And I'm new to winter sowing. And so I wanted to share that with you because I bet you will have the same feeling and fall in love with it as well if you're new to it. So as a result of a few of you asking, how do you even winter sow? I wanted to show you today. What do you need to winter sow? What materials do you need? Well, you need your container that you're going to start your seeds in. It can be a gallon jug. It can be a half-gallon jug. It can be, let's see, it can be a water bottle. Anything that will allow light to go through. You want to discard the top. I'm going to use this container. You want to have a bowl. You are going to put your soil in this bowl. So you want to have a bowl and a spoon. Normally I have a great big metal spoon. I have no idea where it is, so we are going to use our good old-fashioned kitchen spoon that I should not be using. That's okay. We need potting mix. I am using Stay Green potting mix, and this is fantastic. You do not want to use seed starting mix. Has to be able to withstand the elements, as I said, outside. And so Stay Green, Miracle Grow, anything that is an outdoor potting mix. And this one has fertilizer, so it's a little bonus. All right, you need to have a drill with a drill bit. You're going to drill holes in the bottom. You also want to have a knife and some duct tape. Okay, so this does look like a crime scene, so just disregard that. I want to have a knife to be able to cut open your container. You want to have duct tape to close your container. You also want to have something that you can label on and stick on the inside. This is huge because, being as the container sits out in the elements, the marker does wash off. So I've heard that a laundry marker works great and a paint pen. I grabbed a good old-fashioned Sharpie for the process today, and it's going to be fine. I also have my chapstick. I don't know if you need chapstick, but I can't stand chapped lips. You want to have some water. We are going to go ahead and get started. First things first, you want to cut. I'm sorry for the camera angle. This is the best I could do. I'm in my greenhouse because it's freezing outside. So you are going to cut all the way around, but do not cut the handle. Do not cut this hinge. Pray nobody gets hurt in the process. We are going to be starting lettuce seeds. So this is part of your material. Obviously, you need your seeds. Get our bowl. We're going to set this off to the side. You need enough to fill up to about right there. I like to break up the really big clumps. I just like to play in the dirt. No, I'm not supposed to call it dirt because it is soil. The proper term is soil. Sometimes you just got to call it dirt, right? We have our soil. And now I'm going to start the process of getting it super, super damp. Okay, the one thing I forgot to tell you that we need is a spray bottle. We definitely need a spray bottle to mist the top before we seal it up. And it's just a process of adding water, adding soil till you get it to the right consistency. You need to have it where When you squeeze it, water does come out and it holds a ball shape. Okay, that's about perfect. I am going to go ahead and grab my drill. I generally go ahead and drill my holes before I mix the soil. You can do it either way. There's no right or wrong, just as long as you do it before you add the soil. Otherwise, you're going to kind of have a mess. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm just going to drill a couple and then a couple on the sides. And don't get hurt. Okay, now what I like to do is go ahead and label my little tag that's going to go on the inside. And I also like to go ahead and label my piece of duct tape. Set that aside. Close your knife. Get your gloves on if you like to wear gloves. And now comes the fun part. So you've got your holes drilled. You've got your soil ready, you've got your seeds ready, you've got your label for the outside, your label for the inside, and now you are ready to plant your container. So you are going to fill it, and it is a messy process. You do not want to use up all of your soil when filling. You want to save some to sprinkle over the top. When you have smaller seeds, you want to put more. So maybe 12 to 14 seeds, over the top of your container. If they're bigger seeds, like a green bean seed or like a sunflower seed, the rule of thumb is 9. You can see how tiny the seeds are. So what I'm going to do is I am going to very carefully try and get the seeds out. I had poppy seeds last year. If you go back and watch my video, or if you saw it, I probably, because poppy seeds are so tiny, I sprinkled it really heavily over my container. Don't do that. I did 8 little holes, and I'm just going to take and sprinkle a little bit per hole. Probably 2 or 3 seeds per hole. When the seeds are smaller, you don't want to cover them as thick. You do need to cover them a little bit. So I am lightly going to cover up where I placed my seeds. If you put too much soil, they won't have enough energy to get up out of the soil. So you have to be super careful. Do y'all ever wipe your hands on your pants? I do so much laundry because I am always wiping my hands on my pants. Now you are ready to spray the top. I am actually going to just pour some water in my hands and flick it. You do need a spray bottle. A spray bottle would be really, really great, but I'm losing sunlight, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. Okay. I'm just going to... Now the key is to remember exactly where you planted them to be able to water. Now, if you do forget this step, you can go back once it's sealed and you can squirt your water bottle down in here. You can just put the head, down in there and squirt. Okay, so we are ready to put our plant tag in, and I'm going to put it in off to the side and kind of bury it so that it doesn't cause any problems with any of the seedlings coming up and trying to get to the sun. Okay, I'm going to close up my lid. We'll say a little prayer over my plants. Please germinate. Thank you, Jesus. And I'm going to seal it up. This part is better with 2 people. So I'm going to wrap it again for good measure. I don't know that you have to do this, but, I like to make it really hard for myself to get the duct tape on in my big reveal. I think it just builds the anticipation. We did it. This is my first winter sown seeds of the 2023 gardening season, and you and I did it together, and I am so excited to see what happens. So let's go put it outside. All right, so this is where it's going to stay. I can come out and see what's happening with it and check the progress. If it looks like it's drying out, I can spray some water in there. Otherwise, see you in the spring. And just like that, we have started our very first winter sowing project of 2023. I want to know, are you ready to start winter sowing? Has this inspired you, seeing how easy it is to get started? Those of you that are watching this that have winter sown before, can you share with me what your favorite containers to winter sow are? I thank you so much for watching. I hope you do have a chance to go get your hands dirty today. And I can't wait to hear from you. Please tell me what your thoughts are on winter sowing, if you're inspired to do it, and if there's anything I can do to help you. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you in another video soon. Take care.